Come and catch the vibe. Welcome to Easy Weekend.
It's Easy Weekends.
Cats can't see me.
It's the Sitdown. Welcome back. Nice to see you again. Thank you. Make sure you like, subscribe, and smash the like button like my guy Drippy D says. Make sure you go look at the Stat Stinks and Style podcast as well. And the Empty Thoughts podcast. Shout out to my co-host Taylor. But now that we got that out of the way, Queens get the money.
Yeah, that's a fact.
World of Rama in the building.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Yo, that's what it do, man. I'm happy to be here. Thank you, man.
What brings you to the sit-down this afternoon, my guy?
Well, actually, I just wanted to let everybody know the new single is out. Ayo QGTM is out on all streaming platforms. It's a dope record, bigging up my town, and it's actually paying homage to an old friend of mine, Prodigy. So, rest in peace to him. But he came up with that slogan, Queens get the money.
I was going to ask, where did that slogan come from? Because I've heard that since I was a kid.
Yeah, but Prodigy.
And why is it that Queens gets the money?
Because we get money. But, that's just such a legendary slogan from that song, Give Up the Goods. Queens get the money, long time, no cash. Like, everybody says that. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Just, I keep hearing so many people, like, saying rest in peace to this one, rest in peace to that one. And, me coming from Queens and me still like kind of like missing the essence of that golden era music. And Prodigy was like one of the legendary artists from back then. And I knew him personally and we hung out back when we was younger. You know what I'm saying? I just felt it was only right for me to pay homage because I make grown-up hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just paying homage to a friend and bigging up my town at the same time.
Okay, you said something right there that I want to key on. Grown-up hip-hop. Describe what grown-up hip-hop is, because I like that term. Charlamagne also calls it contemporary adult hip-hop.
Yes.
So talk to me about that.
Well, contemporary adult hip-hop is actually the people that were growing up during the 90s, the 80s and 90s we're now seasoned artists. If we're still rapping and we're still putting out music, we're seasoned artists. So we're making grown-up music. That's what it is to me, because I'm not rapping about the same stuff that the young 19, 20-something-year-olds is rapping. Like, I'm talking about some real sensible stuff. I could get lyrical and just talk crap and be capping all day on the records, but I've been through a lot. So when you survive the rap game, like a lot of rappers are not doing, when you survive it and become a grown man, you ain't gonna be rapping about the same stuff you would have been rapping about when you was a teenager. So
now you have another single that's called My Flowers.
Correct.
And then you just talked about how rappers aren't really making it out here.
Right.
How do you feel as a rapper in this in this climate of hip hop where it's like niggas is dying every day, B?
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna front. Just the other day, I was speaking to my lady and I was saying to her, I said, yo, we got to make sure we have everything in order, because doing this business, anything can happen. You feel me?
It's an uncomfortable conversation.
Yes, it is. And it was real, though. And when you're a grown-up, you talk about real scenarios. So if I'm in this business and I'm making music and putting it out there and being in this environment, I may not be on the rah-rah stuff that everybody else is on, but this is just the air and the energy that's out here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of rappers that did die and pass away, they should have been moving differently. They should have been, but it happens. And people die every day, B. You know what I'm saying? So
shit is crazy. I mean, as a New Yorker, that we say that type of shit.
Yeah.
Niggas die every day, B.
Yeah.
But it's really starting to be like a thing out here. Yes. Rappers are dying every day.
And you know what's
B.
crazy about it? At one point, it was seeming like the hip hop police was just targeting rappers to get them, to lock them up and stop their careers. But it seemed like it's the rappers and their entourage that's getting all of this shit crazy. Because all of the artists that died, it was always an issue with other artists and their entourage, and then somebody starts shooting and somebody's dead.
I would say to any artist watching, it's never that serious. You need to go home to your kids, and you don't want to take someone else's life away. Don't do that. Like,
correct.
Think about it for real. It's not that serious. It's not that deep. Unless they spit in your mom's face or did something to that effect, let that man go and go back to your home, God. It's not worth it.
That's a fact, man.
World of Rama's in the building. It's a sit down. Okay, so we got the singles we talked about.
Right.
Outside of the music, what's up with you? I like these glasses. They give me I can see myself.
Yes, definitely. I know, people like to look at themselves and stuff like that. Well, and that's another thing with me. I'm also a videographer, and I'm the CEO of Grindhard TV.
Yeah, you got a lot of jobs. You wear a lot of hats.
Yes.
Why? Before you get into the jobs, why? Are you West Indian?
No.
Oh, I was about to say you work like a Jamaican.
Actually, my son is half Trinidadian.
Oh, you see, that's where you get it from.
So
he's gonna work.
Yes.
Trust.
Well, I'm actually trying to put him to work now and stuff.
There,
you know what I'm saying? So, but it is what when you coming from New York, you a hustler, you a grinder.
You have to be
to make it happen. You have to, especially with the climate of the way things is and the economy. you can't live good. You can't walk around or drive all the places and go to events and spend money and even invest in your career if you don't got money coming in. So you have to do things that's going to generate income to come into you to reinvest in yourself. And I know that as being a grown man and being in New York all these years and grinding, you got to make it happen. So Grind Hard TV is in its 18th year anniversary. I now produce for Glue TV, UBC TV Network, Apple TV, Amazon TV, and we're about to go 24 hours through UBC TV Network. And I produce a podcast every Sunday on sstreetmedia.com. And, I'm just out here, man, doing my thing. I'm still making music because I love performing. I love creating dope hip-hop. You know what I mean?
Me and you got to talk because you inspired me. Like, I produce Angie Martinez Show Monday through Friday.
I know.
Like, I'm a producer. But I want to get into some more things, put a little more money in my pocket. We going to talk.
Yeah.
We're going to see what's
I'm
up.
out here working, man.
So besides for the podcast, the Apple TVs, the Roku TVs, the things that you're putting out there, what's up with you? How's the family life? Like, what's beyond the surface we want to talk about?
All right, well, I got 3 children.
God bless you.
3 sons. Actually, I got 3 sons and a granddaughter. So grandpa's is younger
you a
nowadays.
granddaddy.
Your grandpa's is younger nowadays, so I got to make grown-up music, you know what I'm saying? And they from 3 different women. One was my ex-wife, and then, one was a fiance and a girlfriend. But it's hard when you got 3 children by 3 different women and you trying to keep them together and everything like that. But I keep the sanity together and I take care of everybody and we do what we got to do. And they're called the Hoffs. The Hoffs mean head of the household. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm teaching my sons to be heads of their household. So that's what that's all about. You know
We need strong men and strong leaders out here. I tell my son, he's like 16 months, 17 months. Every day I tell him, you're a king and a warrior.
Right.
Not only are you a warrior to go out here and fight, but you got to be kingly out here. You got to wear that crown
exactly
accordingly. So
you know what I mean?
I appreciate that you're raising 3 well-rounded men.
Yes.
We need more of them out here.
Because what people don't understand is your presence alone around your children is a heavy influence.
Yes.
Just the little things you do with them, they remember that and they look at that and they would emulate what you do. So if your kids see you grinding and working hard to provide for them, that's gonna be instilled in them without you even knowing it.
That's where I got it from. My mom worked mad jobs. My father, the little time that I spent with him, he was always up at 5, 6 in the morning going to work. So all I knew as a Haitian kid was work, nigga.
Yep.
Work.
And you can apply that to whatever you're doing, whether it's on the radio, videography, going to work for transit or whatever the case you're doing. You working.
There you go.
And that's how you're gonna survive in this city, man. Just in life, period. You know what I mean?
So okay, let's get into the music a little bit. So who do you produce it by yourself or do you have producers come in and do the music with you?
Well, the beats, I get beats from other producers. A lot of producers send me beats because, again, like I'm a seasoned artist. I'm pretty dope. So a lot of producers want me rapping on a production. So I'm not the guy that have to go out here and buy beats from people because I just get them sent to me.
No, the reason I ask is because you say that you produce podcasts, and I know the difference between producing radio and music, but could you get into the difference of that for the people?
Well, as far as the podcast go, I go in, I'm the host, and Math from S Street Media, he sits in and produces it while we're recording and everything like that. As far as the TV shows, the episodes, wherever I'm at and I film, I sit down, edit it up, make a story out of it on my own, and then I submit that to networks. So I'm kind of like a independent Tyler Perry on the low. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm producing for all these different networks. I had a series for my kids called the Hoff Series, and I produced 32 episodes for Strong Island TV. You know what I mean? Strong Island TV, they got a whole network out there, and I gave them a 32 episodes series about me and my kids, 32 episodes. You know what I mean? So I've been producing for a lot of different networks, and this is how I'm on all of these different major platforms, subscription TVs, because they be needing my content. Content is key.
Content is king, baby.
So, and I know that. You know what I mean?
So what's in the works now that we don't know of yet? Because you, as a hustler, as a grinder, you probably you're a couple steps ahead. So what could we look forward to in the future?
Well, since we up here right now,
Talk to me.
EmEz, I'm actually going to put together a little RIP series. There's a lot of artists in the game that I got footage of, because it's a few out there. I got like a Sean Price tribute episode. I got a Prodigy tribute episode. I got a Black Rob tribute episode that's on subscription TV, so exclusively. I have Chink's Drugs funeral. I was at Chink's Drugs funeral.
Chinks was the first. Like, whenever people bring up Chinks, he was the first artist that fucked with me. Like, I mean, like fucked with me. He came up, cool. We chilled, we went to the strip club. Like, that was my guy.
Yeah,
Rest
man.
in peace, Chinks.
Word.
Man.
Word up. It's crazy. But that's what I'm working on now. I'm exclusively telling you this right now in this interview that I'm going to put I even got footage with this artist named Hollywood Play. He passed away at some club in Queens. He got shot. And then I have another another footage where I have him along with Fred the Godson. We did an event together. Oh. Back in the days, I used to manage Grimy Ty from Money and Violence. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was my artist at one point. So we went to a show where Fred the Godson was performing.
Frederico, another my God.
Exactly.
Damn,
so I got footage
son.
of a lot of these guys, and I'm gonna put together little episodes and tailor them into like a RIP series to all of these guys.
That's dope.
And stuff like that. And I'm gonna select which network I'm gonna put that on.
If you need a voice,
you do got a good voice.
let me know. I would love to voice something like that for you. Let me know.
Word. Definitely. And I was thinking about that, like, should I voice over this joint? But we going to talk about that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Before I let you go, anything else you want to let the people know? Because you've given me a lot. You talk about the RIP series, the music, the 2 singles, the everything else you're working on. What else is there? Did I miss anything?
You practically hit up everything on the nose. I just want to let everybody know I will be out there next week in Miami competing for that $50,000 for the Coast to Coast for the My Flowers record. Yo, pay homage to your people, man. Like, when they alive, tell them that you love them and everything like that, man, because when they dead, it's too late. So give people their flowers while they still here, not while they dead, man.
Amen to that, man.
Salute, man. Word up.
World of Rama, I appreciate you. This was our first time talking, and I'm pretty sure this won't be our last.
Definitely not.
Keep doing your thing. Keep working hard. Keep sustaining what you're doing and being a great dad to your kids.
Yes.
I appreciate
It's all about my legacy. That's a big, major thing to me, leaving my legacy correctly. A lot of us weren't left anything, you know what I'm saying? So now we got to start it, and that's what I'm on, leaving the legacy.
Before we go, let them know how to follow you and be a part of everything you're doing real quick.
Everything I got going on is go to grindhardtv.com. Grindhardtv.com is the website. My Instagram is Worldarama, WORLDARAMA, or Grindhard TV Podcast on Instagram. You already know what it is. Grindhard.
There you go. Be a part of my guys' thing. We out here getting it. It's the sit down, baby. Come and catch the vibe. Welcome to Easy Weekend.
It's Easy Weekends.
Cats can't see me.